This is Skinner's Garden. They talk about your family history. These are all the kids and the workers at Skinner's Garden. Go into the next one, Connor. This is the preacher training school and the seamstress school which Central supports. This is your father, Samuel. Tell us kind of what we're looking at here. How do the kids at Skinner's Garden live? What's their typical day like?
Okay, Skinner's Garden, we have 94 children, and among them are mostly orphans and some are partial orphans. The typical day starts at 5:30 in the morning, and that's 5:30 till 6 o'clock is the devotional. It go up to sometimes 6:30, and after that they go take shower at 6:30 and get ready for their morning study hour. It's at 7 o'clock. They start with the Bible reading.
So they get up at 5:30
in the morning.
For devotional.
Yes.
And they take a shower. And then go to Bible study.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens?
And after that they have a breakfast at 7:30. And after 7:30 the kids will go, the elementary section go to the school because their school starts right after the breakfast. Whereas the high school boys will have time until 10 o'clock, quarter till 10, and until that time they will have a study hour that would help them to prepare for the school. And they go to school at 10, and it will end up at 5 o'clock, the school, and come back home at 5, and they will have a garden work for 1 hour, and after that they go take shower, and at 7 o'clock they have a devotion again, 7 till 7:30.
Tell us, what's the garden work?
That's the garden work, watering the plants, and plucking out the weeds, and also feeding, cleaning the cattle, and cleaning the cattle farm, and collecting plucking the vegetables, gathering the vegetables. Most of the watering the plants is the most regular thing. Whereas during the holidays, they have more time where they'll go and work in the garden, where they grow some vegetables like tomato.
So when they get off of school,
yeah,
they don't necessarily get a lot of time to go out and play, but they go work in the garden.
They will go, and not every day, but I would say 3 days in a week, definitely they'll be garden work. For other 3 days, they can go and play. We play cricket.
Cricket?
Yeah. You go to Google and press enter cricket, C-R-I-C-K-E-T, and you'll know about that.
This is one of the rooms?
This is one of the rooms, yeah. They recently, with the help of the brethren over here, were able to buy these bunk beds for them. Until that time, they were just sleeping on the floor, on the mattress, and then just with a piece of blanket and a pillow. But with the help of the brethren, we were able to buy these bunk beds.
Now, how many people sleep on one of those bunk beds?
Well, this is actually meant for 3, but there will be 4 sleeping on that, 2 on top and 2 on down.
Okay.
The kids. If not, they are grown up, big boys, they will sleep like they'll sleep 1 on top and 1 on down.
Let's go to the next slide, Connor. Really quickly, this is a guy whose story I just thought was awesome. Tell us about him and how he got it.
He was a Hindu. He was a Hindu and he got sick. He was almost dead. In Hindu families, what happens if is a person about to die, or in a minute he's going to die, or he'll die tomorrow, what they do is they lay the hay outside the house and lay the person on that hay so that if a person dies, their house won't be defiled. So that person living in a house is, if a person died in the house, that means the house will be defiled. What they do is they repaint the house. That's an expensive deal. That's what they do is they throw the body out before even he was dead.
So if you get sick in a Hindu family, so that they don't have to repaint and spend the money and the time to do that, they throw some hay on the ground and stick you outside.
Yeah, if he's old enough and he's going to die.
Okay.
So it happened with him. He got sick for more than 15 days. He got sick for more than 15 days, and
what was wrong with him?
They do not have any hope on that. He had some problems with his liver.
Okay.
So he was almost dead.
Yeah.
So his wife has some friends that go to church at Skinner's Garden. So they were kind of asked her, is it a problem if they call the preacher to come and pray? I will pray for him. So the preacher came, held the hand, and prayed, and that was the morning. And the evening he came again, and he held the hand of this man and prayed. And at that time, the preacher noticed a shake in the hand. Then he immediately brought to their attention, and everybody is kind of, surprised. What's going on? So they immediately brought the person into the house. And again, in the morning, the preacher came and prayed for them. 2 days went by like that. On the third day, he's back to normal. He started coming to the church services. That's happened like that. It's nothing but a miracle, but in God's hand we were able to do it. Now, what he did is, his wife, he was so amazed with the wonderful response to the prayer. So what they did is, they gathered all the idols, whatsoever they have, in the form of wood and in the form of pictures. They brought them to the Skinner's garden.
Let's pause there for just a
Yes,
second.
yeah.
The Hindu families, they'll keep idols of their favorite gods in their house.
In their house.
Pictures or whatever.
At least you will see 10 or 15 in each house.
Okay, okay.
Minimum.
So they
So they collected all that and brought to Skinner's garden and broke them out and burned them right before the church members, when the church members were present, just to convey that they want the religion or the pagan gods anymore. They want to believe in the living God.
And what is he called now?
His name was Pedakapu. That was the traditional name, Pedakapu. Now, since he was dead and resurrected, we call him Lazarus. So his name is Lazarus.
And he picked that name for himself,
Yeah,
right?
he wanted to name that. And his wife, in fact, his wife. When they had the Thanksgiving meeting, and she asked my dad to name him after Lazarus.
John Dean, we really appreciate you being here with us, spending your time. I know you've had a busy week, you've got a lot to do. There's one more question that I do want to ask you. Around here, everybody has some sort of loyalty to their favorite college school, their favorite college team.
College team.
Now, I've got to ask John Dean, and Connor, as I ask this question, go ahead and pull up the next picture. Who do you pull for?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. This is what we saw as we pull up to Skinner's Garden. Where did this A come from?
Well, I was here and I didn't know anything about the football. I know about the soccer. We call it, in fact, we call the soccer as football in our country. But after that time, I came here and I realized football is different from soccer. But I heard about all kind of a silly rivalry between people like the Roll Tide and what else? Yeah, Auburn and Mississippi Rebels and Ole Miss and all
Well,
that.
and it's interesting that you say that because John Dean pointed this out to me after I'd already put this together. His daughter right up here, what kind of hat did she have on in that
She was wearing M. You know what his name is? That's Ole Miss Rebels.
Yeah.
Because we have two teams coming to our country. That's the Roll Tide and Ole Miss. Brother Irvin Skinner is a big time fan of Ole Miss and he's from Mississippi.
So whoever's coming, you just switch the hats.
I got only two. No
There you
more.
go.
Hey, I'll tell you a fact, it's red. Both are red.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Well, John Dean, again, we thank you for coming here. Would you mind closing us with a word of prayer?
Sure. Thank you all very much. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll be here maybe after a couple of weeks. I'll be around. Saturday is my graduation. Y'all kindly pray for me and for the family that is in India and for the Lord's work. I appreciate you so much for spending your time listening to my presentation. Thank you so much. Let's word of prayer, please.